We skipped breakfast and it's noon already, so we decided to eat lunch. Saber can't turn into a spirit like Archer, and I'm not sending her magical energy like all the other masters are doing. It doesn't need to be said that this is because I'm an unskilled master. It seems she can sleep to stop consuming magical energy, but doing so doesn't replenish it. So food will be her only source of energy. I'm in charge of cooking, so I can't be lazy about it. Servants take physical form using magical energy, right? Then, since you can't restore magical energy, you'll get weaker every time you fight. I asked her after cleaning up our meal. It does not mean I cannot restore any magical energy. Magical energy is constantly created within oneself. A servant without any outside source can create magical energy using its own magic circuit. I see, then there's no problem, right? Problem is that you suck and you're an unskilled master, Shiro. Get good. Well, how should I explain this? Let me use that faucet as an example. Fucking faucet. Water is dripping, but it's not constantly dripping. Magical energy is like a constantly dripping source of water. Water is dripping out of the faucet right now, correct? Please consider that as my magical energy being created, and the cup receiving the drop is me. And I was pretty much right about that comparison. In this state, I can accumulate magical energy slowly. Well, there will be more dripping water the more water the cup holds. As long as the cup holds some water, the faucet will create more. But when the water runs out, when I use up my magical energy, the faucet shuts off. There will be no supply of magical energy, and the cup will be forever empty. That means elimination for the servant. Either to receive a fatal wound or to lose enough magical energy. Well, the latter rarely occurs. And you can't even provide a drop, Shiro. But all you need is at least a drop of water in the cup, right? If there's a bit of water left in the cup, the faucet will create more water and fill the cup up. Yes, but the water in the cup is constantly consumed. It is lost without me doing anything, and it will be lost at a faster pace during battles. To put it simply, a more powerful action requires more water. If I'm to use my noble phantasm, I could empty out the whole cup even if it may be full. This is getting complicated now. Yeah, it wasn't before. To sum it up, as I, her faucet, am not giving her magical energy, she can only restore magical energy at a slow pace, the rate being just that of dripping water. Therefore, she should end battles as quickly as she can and sleep right after that to stop consuming any unnecessary magical energy. Nah, so the noble phantasm is a luxury we can't afford, huh? Correct, but it does not mean I cannot use it. I should be able to use it once if I reduce the power I put into it. You're holding back, aren't you, Saber? What are you saying? I can't let you do that. You're not allowed to use your noble phantasm, okay? I don't know how I'll apologize to you if it causes you to die. I placed the tea in front of Saber. Well, sure, you have to remember servants can't really die. They just kind of disappear and go back to their own time. She frowns and reaches for the tea. Then, the phone rings. A phone call at this time on a Sunday? I have all too good of an idea as to who it may be, but I'm scared by the consequences of ignoring the call. Hello, this is Emiya. Hi, this is Fujimura! Not this bitch again. I feel dizzy. She's the strongest in one regard. She simply discards all the chaotic events that happened since last night, and I feel like it's just a normal day. What? Sorry, but I'm busy right now, Fujine. Oh god. Hey, I'm busy too. I gave up my day off to teach my students. Well, she's pretty dedicated. It sure is strange. I feel like Fujine is right in front of me, puffing with pride. I see. Then I guess this isn't the time to be chit-chatting. There are no robbers or fires here. You can rest assured and go back to your club. I try to cut off our conversation. Hold on, I'm calling you, so it'd be terrible if you hang up without hearing me out. I've been in trouble since last night, but it won't do any good to tell her that. Well, I guess she's in a little trouble right now, too. Fine, so what do you want? I want to eat lunch, Shiro. How about that sweet omelet you make? How about no? I was saving that for Saber, damn it. That'll be for my order. I want it delivered to the archery range right away. Bye. Jeez, what's up with that teacher? Man, I guess it can't be helped. I hear beasts go wild when they get hungry. I put on the apron I just took off. Well, we have leftovers from lunch, and the omelet will be easy to make. I'm done. Saber, can you watch the house for a bit? I'll only be gone for a while. I carry Fujine's boxed lunch and go out into the hallway. That is unacceptable, Shiro. You could be killed by another master. Saber follows me for some reason. All the way to the door. I put on my shoes. When I look next to me, Saber is there, putting her own shoes on. Saber. I call out to her timidly. Well, I know what she's going to say, but I have to ask her. Well... I shall accompany you if you're going outside. Servants protect their masters. It is too dangerous to let you walk outside alone. I thought so. Well, this is something I have to tell her eventually. This is a good time, so I'll tell her now. I will say this, Shiro, you are very naive. I feel like if Shiro were participating in the Fourth Holy Grail War, he'd be instantly killed off. Like, he would be, mostly because he'd be facing all the experienced masters, and he's incredibly unexperienced. He's just really lucky that most of these masters, from what I remember, at least most of them, are pretty unexperienced. Shinji being one of them. Saber, masters try to avoid getting attention, right? Then daytime should be a safe time. They won't attack me unless I go to an isolated place. Or they could try luring you there, you know, you never know. I am aware of that fact, but there could be exceptions. Since you are inexperienced, I should be by your side constantly. What? Does she mean she'll be with me all the time? You idiot! You can't do that! You're like a girl or something. First of all, what will we do when I go to sleep? Oh hell yeah, it does. Are you testing me, Shiro? That is the time that requires the most attention. I shall be on standby, right next to you. What? I hide my blushing face and take a huge breath to calm myself down. Damn, how stupid of me. I finally realized this important fact. This is what it means to fight alongside her. What is wrong, Shiro? I do not think it should surprise you. It is just that I should be doing as Ren did last night. Don't kid me. I'll go crazy before I even fight if you do that. Yeah, I can't allow that. I'll prepare you a room so you can sleep there. Ugh. I won't give in even if you look at me like that. I've put up with you for far too long, Shiro. This is where I draw the line. Please stop this nonsense, Shiro. I have tolerated most of your contradictions, but I cannot compromise on this. Your plan is full of mistakes for a master. I cannot obey you unless you explain your reasoning. Saber looks up at me. She's putting pressure on me, but I stare back at her. Well, hey, didn't have to sleep beside Kiritsugu. Although I'm pretty sure Kiritsugu wouldn't have allowed that, or he would have shot you or something. I don't have a reason. I'm telling you to just do so. It's safe during the daytime, so go ahead and rest. I refuse. I cannot obey unless you give me a clear reason. You don't get it, huh? You're a girl, so there's no way I can sleep in the same room as you. Saber freezes. I didn't realize what my gender was until you pointed it out, Shiro. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm going to prepare you a room when I come home, so rest until then. I run out the door. Man, this is pathetic, but I'm running away, and I'm doing it in front of my opponent, too. Jeez, am I a kid or something? I run outside and slap my blushing face. Well, anyway, Saber should understand since I told her so firmly. I'll apologize for yelling at her after I come home. And then Saber just appears right beside him. I found you, Shiro. I go down the hill. It takes about 30 minutes to get to school on foot. I don't have to hurry, but I'm walking quickly right now. The reason being... Oh god, she did follow us. The girl walking silently behind me. She'll follow me to school if I don't do anything. I have to clearly tell her right here. Saber, I told you to wait at the house. You won't obey your master? I stop and turn to her. After glaring at me. Who knows? If a servant is not following its master's order, it must mean the servant did not hear the master. Oh god. She turns away from me. That's sass. I ignore Saber and go down the hill. Behind me. Saber is there, silently putting pressure on me. Go home now. Do I have to tell you it's annoying to have you following me? I glare at the girl who is walking exactly 5 meters behind me. I don't know what her problem is, but I'm just met with silent defiance. Jeez. I have no idea what she's so mad about, but I'm sure she's just obstinate. Yeah, she's pretty naturally obstinate. Fine, do what you want. I ignore Saber and walk on. I go up the hill leading to the school. This town has lots of hills, but this one is especially long. The school on top of the hill is high enough to be able to see everything in this town. It's a bit past 1 o'clock. Fortunately, I don't see any students around. It's Sunday, so I bet most people in the clubs are still resting after eating their lunch. Well, that's good, but I shouldn't go any further. I sigh and give up. I turn around, and there she is. When I stop, Saber comes up to me and glares. She looks even more angry as I've been ignoring her this whole time. Saber. I would say I've been acknowledging her, but we just kinda don't want her to be here. What is it? I believe you told me to do as I wish. So you only hear things that are convenient for you, huh? Pretty much. Of course, I'm a servant, so I cannot allow my master to be in danger. Jeez, alright, you win. I give up, so let's go to school together. You should understand that the school is a safe place if you go there. It was a safe place, but now it's not. And I'm sorry for yelling at you earlier. Huh? Well, let's make up a story for you. You're a relative of my father and you came here to visit and sightsee. Is that alright? I walk up the hill with Saber. Yeah, I don't think people would buy that she's a relative, Shiro, judging by she had the blonde hair, because in anime most foreign characters have blonde hair. So, I don't know. I don't think that would make much sense to people. It's like, oh, your relative is foreigner? She's English? She's not Japanese? Oh, Yes, I do not mind if that is convenient for you. Alright, that's what we'll go with. Yeah, you would have met them sooner or later, so it doesn't matter if I introduce them to you now. That's right. Saber is bound to meet Sakura and Fujine if she's staying at my place. Oh, yeah. She'll definitely meet Fujine. Fujine would have found her sooner or later. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you, but where did you get those clothes? Rin gave these to me. She said I will need normal clothes since I cannot turn into spirit form. That's unexpected. I'm not surprised by Tosaka's kindness, but just that she'd have such feminine clothes. Well, she's kinda always wearing feminine clothes. Then what about that armor? Is that back at the house? I don't think Rin is that tomboyish, Shiro. No, the armor is formed from my magical energy. I can remove it at will. It will immediately protect me during battle. So you can take it out at will. That is what she just said. Yes, so you need not worry. I shall protect you even if an enemy attacks us here. Yeah, that's comforting. Maybe because I've kept so quiet up until now, my honest opinion slips out. Saber does not answer me and continues up the hill. We reach the school gate. Oh well, I guess I'll just pretend I'm showing a new student around school. Saber, in order to make this more convincing, we need to get you a high school uniform. Here, you can borrow Rin's. Saber, if anybody stops you, just shake your head. It'll be great if you can make an expression like you don't understand Japanese. But I do understand the Japanese. Saber, what's with that severe expression? Don't scare me like that. Huh? Oh no, I was not looking at you, Shiro. I was just surprised at how strong the lingering magical energy here is. Lingering magical energy? Is that true? Saber says so, but I don't feel anything. Well, I can't feel any magical energy unless it's really strong. Shiro's not a strong enough Jedi to feel the Force. Yes, but it is not something you should be surprised about. Rin is in the same grade as you, correct? This is a place where a great Magus has gone for over a year, and I'm sure she has a workshop, so some magical energy will flow out no matter how well she may try to hide it. It seems the magical energy Saber feels is from Tosaka. She's pretty stupid for getting her magical energy sensed even before you went inside. Wait, is she in there right now? No, it does not seem she is in there. I should be able to feel the energy more strongly if she is. Nobody resembling a Magus is currently on this property. I wouldn't be so sure about that. There's a strange feeling, but there is no danger. There's no danger, but there's a strange feeling, though. I told you there's no danger here. Alright, let's go in. Oh, look who it is. I even forgot your fucking name. Archery club captain person. Oh, Emiya, what are you doing? Are you in charge of her meal? A person that knows you well comes in handy at a time like this. Michizuri Ayako, the captain of the archery club, even figured out why I was here just by seeing me. Oh, that's right, Ayako. You know, the more I look at her, she looks like kind of the female version of Shiro, just because, like, she has this reddish hair and her eyes are like auburn color, sort of, like hazel, well not auburn, but hazel, like hazel color. I wouldn't be surprised if whoever designed her character just basically did a gender bend of Shiro, because that's what she looks like to me, is just a gender bend of Shiro. I'm here to deliver her lunch, as you guessed. Is Fujine here? She's always here, man. Please take her away so she stops annoying us. Yep. Man, you saved us. We were worried because she was hungry and started getting edgy. The cafeteria's closed, so we were considering going somewhere to buy her food. McDonald's! Japanese McDonald's. Was it that serious? Wait, were you thinking of going to Toyoetsu by yourself? I guess that's how I pronounce that. Toyoetsu. Where else can I go? We're short on money already, so I can't be spending money on emergency food. As expected from Mitsuzuri, the woman who hates to waste money. By the way, Toyotsu is the name of the supermarket in the shopping district. In the archery club, anyone resting their arm and taking a break is sent on a grocery run as an exercise. Wow. Can't even take a break. It is a contradictory custom because even though it's an exercise to rest your arm, you have to carry back a lot of groceries. Yeah, it kind of defeats the purpose of that, doesn't it? That's some misfortune. Here's the lunch. It's a bit late, but go ahead and give it to Fujine. So she stops complaining and calling me. And coming to my house all the time. I hold out the bag. Wow, a 3-layered boxed lunch. It's been a while since I've seen this. You're good at doing small, intricate things. I don't know what she's happy about, but she smiles. Oh yeah, she's good at mass production. Mitsuzuri's usually in charge of dinner during our training camp, and she surprises us every time. The world of cooking is deep, considering how a curry with whole potatoes in it tasted good. Well, anyway. Mitsuzuri only looks inside the bag and doesn't take it. Hey, just take the bag. Isn't it a problem in there with Fujine going wild? Yeah, if you think so, you should go in there quickly and give the lunch to her. First of all, you should know she'd get mad if I turned you away here. I don't want to be chewed out by Fujimura-sensei, so go on in. She points to the range using her chin. She's right. It can get scary later on if I don't at least go see her. I'm not here for archery practice, so I can go home as soon as I hand her the lunch. I give up and head to the archery range. But Mitsuzuri, you should be checking if Fujine has her lunch or not since you've been here long enough. It's bad if the teacher starts looking at her students' lunches. Laziness! Well, I was a bit tired this morning. I've been busy lately, so I don't have much time to spare. Well, it does no good to be complaining to you. Then she suddenly comes up to me and whispers in my ear. So, who is she? She's really beautiful. Do you know her? Her voice is tense as she asks. Yeah, you'd usually be surprised to see Saber. All the more if she's coming into the archery range after me. Are you two an item? So, is that an acquaintance of yours? It's kind of complicated, but let's just say she is. And if you can go ahead and tell everyone not to make a fuss about her when we go in, I'll be indebted to you. I'm pretty sure it's too late for that. I think everybody's already going to... I think they're probably just going to make a fuss about it anyway. Probably nothing more interesting to talk about. Alright, I'm curious, but I like that condition. Don't take it back later, okay, Emiya? I open the door. Saber silently follows after me and Mitsuzuri. We enter the archery range. The range is as loud as a battlefield since it's right after lunch. Fujimura-sensei, Misaki-san is saying she's going to die of a stomachache. How old was that cracker? Well, it said last year. That's just her side hurting. I ate it and I'm doing fine, so just give her some kelp tea. She just needs to toughen up. Taiga-sensei, I'm going to practice, so can you move the stove? It's cold in the corner of the range. Stop complaining, bitch! Alright, since you have some guts, go run around the range 3 times in shorts. Go and beat that rotten character of yours into shape. Holy shit. She's like a damn drill sergeant. Sensei, we have someone bleeding over here. Kitako-kun cut her cheek with the bowstring. Well, whatever. She'll just have to toughen up. You don't have to go to the nurse's office for this small wound. God damn. Just rub some aloe planted in the back on it. Ouch! Jeez, why is this bow like this? I can't put the string on well if it's like this. All of you need to stop complaining! Am I gonna have to whip some of y'all asses? Oh, there! Don't push on the top. You're still young, so get someone to help you if it's difficult. If you break it, your neck will be broken later on. That is, I'm going to break your neck for breaking our precious bow. Sensei, we don't have any powder. My hand's slipping. Oh, really? Can someone go to the storage room and get some of the stock? Sensei, we're out of stock as well. I think it's because you forgot to order more the other day. Well, it's not my fault. It's all of you that are, it's because you keep complaining. Oh man, then the first years are going to go to the baseball club and steal some Rosen bags. Man, she's nuts. She's not called the Tiger for nothing. Man, this place doesn't change at all. Well, I can't be watching this hellish scene forever. The sooner I get out of here, the better. Oh, great timing. Hey, Sakura. I call out to her. Surprisingly, she's the only one not complaining. Senpai? Sakura puts down the bow in her hand and runs to me. Senpai noticed me. Senpai, why did you come here today? Could it be that you want to confess your love to me? Yeah, I brought lunch for Fujine. I'm sorry, but can you go get that crazy teacher over there? The face of disappointment. Oh. Oh yeah, she was calling someone. I don't know where her cheerfulness went as she slumps her shoulders. Shiro, you're so damn oblivious, dude. That's it. Fujine's giving absurd orders because she's hungry, right? It might be too late, but let her eat this since I made it. Oh, sorry for coming home late last night, and thanks for making me dinner. Yes, I'm glad that you say so, but... She looks behind me. There stands a gold-haired girl unsuited to this range. Senpai? Oh, was that too late? I made some for you as well, but was it unnecessary? No, that's not true. I'm hungry as well. I gave half of my lunch to Sensei. And she's still not full. What a greedy, gluttonous bitch. Yeah, I thought so. I made your lunch so that you can eat it right away. It shouldn't take that long to eat it. Well, I don't think anyone's going to complain if that's the case. You're right. I'll have some then. Will you be here all today? Nope, I'm leaving once I'm done here. Fuck this place. Oh no, don't do that. Yeah, since I'm here, I'll stay until the club is over. I skipped making dinner yesterday, so I'll cook dinner today. Come and eat with us. Yes, it'll be my pleasure. Then I'm going to go get Sensei. Senpai, please don't just drop off lunch and go away, okay? Sakura goes to get Fujine in a hurry. When I look around, Mitsuzuri is explaining things to the students that are getting rowdy from seeing Saber. Well, I've accomplished my goal. Then you should probably leave. Don't stay here. God damn it. I'm full now. The sugar's flowing to my brain, so I'm finally up to par now. The break room. Fujine is munching on some sweet bean jelly as she drinks some tea. Ugh. Bean jelly. I know this is like common food in Japan, but it sounds disgusting. The only thing audible in the quiet dojo is the sound of arrows. It must be because Fujine is calm now. And the students are complaining for some reason. Sensei, I'm going to the range now, so excuse me. That is forbidden. Alrighty, so can you tell Mitsuzuri-san to come here? I need to talk to her. She needs to take care of all my shit so I don't have to do anything and I can sit here and eat all day. Okay, please stay at your leisure, senpai. If you can, it'd help me out if you would coach me. I'll show her how to position the arrow on the bow. Just move your hand over there and over here. Sakura bows and leaves. But when she does so, she looks uneasily at Saber, who is watching us quietly by the wall. Not creepy at all. So what are you going to do now? The club's over at 5, so will you just watch until then? What should I do? It seems Saber is looking at the archery range with interest, so I should... Oh god. I guess we should save here, just so we don't fuck something up. Stay at the archery range, go to the student council room, or show Saber around school. I think... I'm gonna go from actually what's in the, Unlimited Blade Works anime, because since I haven't played this route in a while, and I have recently watched that, I'm kind of just going off of what I've seen from that. So, from what I remember, he shows Saber around school, so I guess we're going to go with the last option. I wasn't going to stay at the archery range anyway, fuck that. Let's just go ahead and go with show Saber around school. Well, we're at the school already. I'll go and show Saber around. I'm going to go take a walk. I'll come back after I walk around a bit. Take a walk, that's fine, but you sure have strange tastes. Kiritsugu-san also had dull hobbies, so you're like him? Myself aside, I don't think taking a walk is a dull hobby. I don't want to compare the two, but going on a date is like taking a walk as well. Yeah, only you end up spending hundreds of dollars. And you could end up getting laid, so there's also that. Hey, can't do that if you're on a walk. Hey, dates are different. That's more like a tour to go eat lots of good food. Well, maybe to you. I'm saying that aimless behavior is called taking a walk. Well, I'm going. Oh yeah, I'm taking the walk inside the school, so I'm not going to buy you any gifts. There aren't any street stalls here. Oh yeah, the cafeteria is closed, and the home economics room is closed too. I guess it can't be helped, so you don't have to bring me back anything. So come back quickly, okay, Emiya-kun? At the end, she calls me by my last name like a teacher. I wave my hand and call out to Saber. She's probably the least qualified to be a teacher I've ever seen. Tour of the school. Yeah, we're here, so we might as well, right? It should be boring for you as well to just stay in the archery range. You're right. I was not bored, but it is indeed worthwhile to take a look around the school. I shall check in person to see if your school is safe or not. Oh, wow. It was just a suggestion, but it seems Saber likes the idea. Well, it seems her expectations differs from mine, but I'll ignore that fact and show her around school. And here's the forest that came right out of Silent Hill. Sometimes Pyramid Head likes to take the bodies back there, but we kind of ignore him. This is the back of the building. Here we have the woods behind the archery range. I'm guessing it's around 300 to 600 square meters. It might be as big as the front ground. It's an example of bulk property management that is only allowed because we have a mountain here. I start out from a nearby place, the woods behind the archery range. Oh, 300 to 600, that is far too ambiguous. Thanks for your harsh comment. You look disappointed. What's wrong, Saber? It must be your imagination. I was not hoping for anything when you said you would show me around school. No, I do not mind at all that you brought me here first. I held no hope to begin with, so I cannot lose any hope. Wow, so she was kind of disappointed, I guess, by the... Were you disappointed by the Silent Hill forest? Saber just looks away. She looks totally disappointed, but I guess you can take it that she's sulking. So what is here, Master? This is a desolate place, but I do not notice anything strange about it. Yeah, no, nothing strange aside from the thick layer of fog kind of covering everything. No, I just told you we have a forest behind our school. Let's go to the next place. Nobody goes into that forest though, but when they do, they never come out. So this is the school grounds. Don't get too close since the track team is running there right now. We sometimes play team matches here during PE. Team matches, such as... Dodgeball! Well, our athletics are strong. Baseball is the strongest, so we usually play baseball. We sometimes play dodgeball as well. God damn, I was joking. It's a sport where we separate into two groups and try to beat each other. It is... beat each other? I'm not even gonna edit that out, I'm just gonna leave that in there. It's a sport where we try to beat each other. Well, dodgeball is kind of a sport where you try to beat each other, but I don't think that's what he was talking about. It's a sport where we separate into two groups and try to beat the other team. Isn't that how sports are in general, though? Is that you split into two groups and try to beat the other team? Oh, I heard the word team match and I imagined something where the people follow the vanguard. I guess I was wrong. I think whatever Saber's imagined is very dangerous. I don't think I should ask her about it. Back in my country, we did blood sports. Nobody walks out of that alive. Well, it's a sport to compete for points. The people running right now are competing too. They're using how fast they can run 50 meters as points. Saber looks around in interest. What is it? Are you looking for something? No. I saw a sport before and I was just wondering if such a sporting ground was here or not. I do not understand other sports, but that sport looked fun to me. Oh, a sport you want to try? Well, she is from England, so I would assume that she likes soccer. Let's play soccer. I'm pretty sure she'll immediately love soccer. Could it be tennis? We have some courts around back. No, it is not tennis. Come to think of it, it is not a sport that can fit on this site. I just felt nostalgic since I was scolded once before for playing a similar sport with a sword. I was trying to play fucking soccer with a sword with Excalibur once, but it didn't work out so well. I kinda deflated the ball. A sword? What could that be? More than that, I find it funny imagining this serious girl playing with a sword. I'm guessing maybe it was fencing. Please forget what I said, Master. Well, we're done looking here, so let us go to the next place. Saber pushes me to keep going with the tour. I show her the hallway. Then, we go to my classroom on the 3rd floor. So this is Master's classroom. I was unsure when I was walking down the hallway, but this is within my tolerance level. Tolerance level? You mean if this place is safe or not? Yes, I felt the same magical energy in the hallway as I did at the gate, but I do not feel any magical energy in this classroom. Only Rin's magical energy fills the hallway. For now, I do not see any factor that will be a danger to you. Saber's tension goes away. I think it's going too far, but Saber's been looking through the school for the sake of my safety. To be honest, I'm happy. It's only been a day since we made a contract, and we don't know anything about each other. But I understand that Saber is thinking of my safety over everything. The club ends when the sun starts setting. The sun sets earlier in the wintertime, and they must also take into account the dangerous events happening recently. Oh yeah, all those gas leaks. Oh, where's Shinji? I haven't seen him today. He's skipping club. He must have a new girlfriend, as he's like this recently. Mitsuzuri says this as if it's nothing, and walks to the school building. See ya, I have business in the teacher's office. Holding the key in her hand, the archery club captain leaves. We're at the front gate. Fujine, Sakura, Saber, and I part with everyone else here. Goodbye, Sensei! Don't tease Emiya, Tiger! We start going down the hill with those voices in the background. We keep walking. And it's incredibly awkward. Sakura and Fujine are beside me, and Saber is following behind us. Huh? Why is that girl following us? Then, it seems she only realized it now. Well, she's pretty dense. Hey, do you know her, Shiro? It's the second time today I've heard that question. Thanks to Mitsuzuri letting me practice, I'm able to answer without hesitation. Yeah, I brought her here, so it's natural for me to know her, right? Yeah, so what kind of relationship do you have with her? A sexual one. See, I'm her master and she's my servant. It's that kind of relationship, if you get what I mean. Wink, wink. Yeah, I've never heard of Shiro having a foreign friend. Obviously, she's foreign because her hair is blonde. No, she's not my friend, but an acquaintance of my father. I guess she's the daughter of a friend of my father. Kiritsugu-san? Then a girl came to visit Kiritsugu-san? Also late for that, I think. Yeah, she'll be staying in my place for a while, so please give her your best regards. Huh? Sakura and Fujine give the same reaction at the same time. Well, it's only natural for them to be surprised. Wait, Shiro, are you going to be living with her? No, Saber's only staying for a short while. I'm only letting her stay here, like in a hotel. It's nothing to be surprised about, right? I don't know about you people, but I would be questioning her name as well. Like, who the fuck is named Saber? She's called Saber-san, senpai? Yeah, it is. It's typically not a name that people have. Yeah, I know it's a strange name. I think she has some strange aspects, considering she's not used to Japan. Oh, she might seem a bit blunt, but she's actually really kind. It'll help me out if you can be friends with her, Sakura. Okay, that's fine, but... She looks away from me and looks at Fujine as if asking for help. Fujimura-sensei, will you permit Saber-san stay? Because I don't want to. I wanted to fuck Senpai. Why does Saber get to? I can't approve of this as a teacher, but I can't ignore someone who came depending on Kiritsugu-san. She looks dependable, so I don't think anything will happen, right, Shiro? Oh, definitely not. No, nothing's gonna happen between us at all, no. Fujine glances at me and asks me an impolite question. Of course, she's my guest if she's my father's guest. I can't do anything impolite to her. First of all, she's like my sister. Oh man. Friend zoned. How old is she? She looks younger than Sakura-chan. Huh? I guess so. She stares at my face. Then, once we come to the bottom of the hill. Do you like her, Shiro? She suddenly gets me with a surprise attack. Oh god. I don't know, I just met her too, so I can't answer a question like that. Ugh, my face is burning. I bet my face is all red right now. You're telling the truth, but it might be possible in the future, huh? That can't happen. I don't know what she read off of me. Fujine crosses her arms and grows quiet as if she's pondering something. Oh, well, this is great. God, it would be so awkward, like, just living with these two. Like, well, one's a woman and one's a girl, but still, like, what the fuck? I can't even live by myself. What is this? I thought I lived by myself. Why do you have to look after me? Go away. Just sum things up. Saber's stay was approved. See, my main problem with this is this is just cock blocking. That's what this is. I guess it's fine. It'll be a good experience if we consider this as a homestay. This place has lots of empty rooms, you know. Fujine makes up her mind. Sakura was silent the whole time, but... Okay, it's not something I can protest about. It seems she understood in the end. So, it's dinner time now. I put extra effort into it as a welcome party for Saber and as thanks for last night. I prepare minced bonito salad, fried chicken, meat stew, and tempura of every kind. The dinner, consisting of various dishes, is very awkward. Ends without anyone saying anything. Well, that's great. I don't know, I feel bad for Shiro now. I washed the dishes in the kitchen. It's not like I was hoping for a cheerful dinner from the very first day, but couldn't there have been a bit more conversation? I think today's tempura was really well made. It was perfectly made, so they should have at least said something. But they did finish all of it. What's up with more please 3 times being the only thing that was said? I'm pretty sure Fujine was the only person that said that. Cleaning up after 4 people takes a bit of effort. Actually, could there be a meaning behind the fact that Sakura is not coming to help me tonight? Yeah, I think there could be. It's that she's jealous. I think they're both jealous, actually. Well, dinner's over, so I guess it's time now. I just noticed that Fujimura's mug has a tiger on it. It's past 9 o'clock. They usually go home around this time. Fujine, can you walk Sakura home if you're gonna go home? I call out to her while doing the dishes in the kitchen. There's no reply. Fujine is watching TV like she didn't hear me. Hello? Didn't you hear me, Fujimura-sensei? I go to the living room and tap her head. Like that. That's what I would do. I would just like fucking smack her. Then. I'm sorry, but I can't do that. I won't be able to take Sakura-chan home for a while. She's gonna stay here forever. Why? Do you have to do something? No, it's because I'll be staying here tonight. It's as if it's already decided. Excuse me? I did not give my consent. woman. This is my house, I believe. How about you join us, Sakura-chan? I can contact your place if you want. It's more fun for all of us to be here, right? Oh, yes, please. You're really dependable, Fujimura-sensei. Wait. Why is Sakura so enthusiastic? She looks like she wants to kill somebody. Oh, God. Alright, we can use the tatami room in the back. There's enough futons for all of us. That's fine with you, right, Saber-chan? Is it just me, or does it sound more like an order? Saber's looking at me as if asking for help. This will be a problem, Shiro. If I'm to protect you, I cannot do so in the same room as them. And I would not know how to interact with them. Sorry, I can't stop Fujine. And it sounds like Fujine's using this proposal as an exchange. She'll probably take back letting you stay here if I refuse. We'll end up sleeping in the streets if that happens. That is a problem as well. The boundary field here is excellent. This location is a good base. You are well prepared here for any surprise attack. I see. Then please just hang in there for that reason. We should be able to meet up quickly as long as we're here. It's hard work to keep Fujine company, but just say you don't understand Japanese if she troubles you. Hey, stop whispering over there. Come this way, Saber-chan. Shiro's a boy, so he can be by himself, right? Fujine pulls Saber to her. She's like a fucking mother now. It's all decided. Saber's stay is approved, Fujine is staying, and Sakura is going to keep them company as well. The population here has increased drastically in just one day. This place really is like a hotel now. Great. Where'd our privacy go? I don't know. It's bedtime. The lights finally go out in the noisy, tatami-filled room, and silence returns. They say it gets noisy wherever women gather, and I guess that holds true even for the quiet Saber and Sakura. No, that's wrong. I mostly heard Fujine's laughter. Yeah, I don't think Saber's too pleased by this. But still, it's true that it was loud in that room. It's not good for my mental health to have girls my age being rowdy in the same house. Damn, my sleepiness went away thinking about them. Things like Saber's troubled face. If Saber and Sakura are getting along, and whether Fujine is thinking at all or not, I would go with the latter. I get a headache the more I think about them. If it's like this, it might have been better to have Saber sleep in the room next to mine. It's 11 o'clock. Well, I did do that in the Fate route. The lights are out and the house is dead silent. I quietly make my way to the door so I won't wake them up. Time to go to my masturbation shed. I go outside. The moon is bright and the wind is cold. Under the winter sky, the world is silent as if frozen. It's quiet inside the shed. This is the place where Lancer cornered me last night. This is also the place where Saber appeared. The entrance is open, and it's dark inside, as if to drive away anybody that might enter. I go inside. I shut the door to keep the air out and turn on the stove. Shoot at least 200 arrows a day, huh? The teaching of archery focuses on accuracy, piercing strength, and endurance. Accuracy is how well one can hit a target. Piercing strength is the power to pierce the target. And the endurance is to maintain the accuracy and piercing strength. I think there was something in the archery manual. Something about continuing forever after one masters the true meaning of archery. And how one should shoot more than 200 arrows a day. Yeah, I don't know what to do as a master, so I should at least train my magic. I sit down and take a deep breath. I adjust my breathing and start my usual training. My mind imagines the same thing. I imagine a sword that pops into my brain. I ignore it and clear my head even more. After letting magical energy flow throughout my body, I start the strengthening magic like always. The magic that I succeeded at for the first time in a few years last night. I have to repeat it before I forget the sensation.
Trace.
Trace. On. I narrow my eyes and breathe out. That's all for now. I'll forget about the Holy Grail War, Saber, and Tosca once I start this process. I clear my head from all hesitations. But during the process, the thought that Tosca might be doing the same training never escapes my head. She goes through the darkness. A desolate night. She enters the room from the dark hallway. This is a room in a building somewhere. There's about 50 workers here. Most are male, and all of them are scattered about like puppets with their strings cut off. She grits her teeth. The darkness is helping her as she cannot see well. The air in the room is filled with the rotten smell of a plant. What is this smell? Can you tell, Archer? Opening the door and the windows, she asks someone behind her. There is no one there, but there is a presence thicker than air behind her. It must be a witch's potion, the one that destroys love. Hemlock? What? The culprit took not only their magical energy, but made the men impotent as well? Then it must be a woman. I don't know what kind of a grudge she has, but it must be a big one to keep taking it out on people even after she became a servant. Stop talking and open the windows. They're still breathing. I guess it makes no difference if they're found now or tomorrow. Let's get away from here after we're done, Archer. She opens the windows and treats those who are in especially bad condition. After that, she leaves the room. Damn, I have to get my clothes to the dry cleaners. She sniffs her coat. She didn't touch it in particular, but her coat smells like rusted iron. The room was sealed, and the floor of that room was covered in blood that the people threw up. The presence behind her takes form. What appears behind her, Tosca Rin, is a knight in red. It is Archer who is protecting her in spirit form. So, are they all flowing towards the Ryudo temple? Yeah, all the life energy is flowing towards the mountain. The coma incidents in Shinto are all that master's doing. I don't know what kind of a master it is, but such a thing is beyond human powers. If there's anyone capable of doing it, it'd be the servant caster. A witch at the Ryudo temple, huh? Then I guess we made a mistake last night. Mistake? You're talking about how we got away from Berserker? I think that was the best possible outcome. Really? If Castor has such a large network, I'm sure she saw our fight last night. But we could not defeat Berserker. We let Saber go, and we gave away the scope of our power. What part of this is good for us? He speaks sarcastically, but Rin does not answer him. It's not a mistake that she made Berserker retreat and helped Saber. And most of all, Archer has not shown the full scope of his power yet. Last night, it's true that the arrow Archer fired stopped Berserker, but Rin has yet to figure out his true identity, the identity of that powerful noble phantasm. Rin. No, she knows the principle behind it. That was just a bomb. He just exploded the bomb called the Noble Phantasm in front of his enemy. It does not need to be said how extraordinary that was. That was a one-time explosion of magical energy, using the strongest phantasm possible. Broken Phantasm. That is the name of the Noble Phantasm this knight in red possesses. Rin. But it is too strange. A servant only wields one Noble Phantasm, and it is a part of them that they had for their whole life. What hero can possibly destroy such a thing freely? Rin! It is not easy to fix a destroyed Noble Phantasm. It's like committing suicide for a servant to destroy his Noble Phantasm. Rin! In other words, Archer abandoned his strongest weapon when he still had 6 more enemies he needed to defeat. No, first of all, he destroyed the proof of his heroism under his own will. It's so crazy that other servants would faint from shock if they would find out about this. Rin! Oh, what? Sorry, I wasn't listening. Yeah, I said your name like 5 times or something. I asked what we were gonna do now. You must be tired from the previous battle, so we should go back and rest. Rin clenches her fist at Archer's words. The previous battle. Bone golems that were swarming in the hallway. She defeated them all by herself. She did not need Archer's help, nor did she want it. Most of all, she felt anger towards the enemy who was breaking the Magi's rules of not involving innocent people. That's why she destroyed them. She mercilessly eliminated every one of them. She did not show any sympathy, even if those bones could have been a living person just hours ago. She did not suffer any wound from the battle, except one. Since she fought while suppressing her nausea, she cut her lip from biting down on it. We're going after Castor. You can still feel her presence, right? We'll finish this off before she can run to the Rito Temple. What? I'm surprised. I thought it was your principle to not do anything impossible. Yeah, I don't do anything that I see as impossible. But this is different, right? I'm sure we'll find some clue if we hurry, and most of all... You have to start the fight, huh? Man, you're letting the easy enemies run loose while going after the most difficult enemy? Hey now, we can let Saber be. We can finish them off anytime, so we don't have to worry about them. We don't have to go out of our way if they're not going to do anything. I'm going to let them go as long as they hide away in their house. So it will be a different story if that master is in front of you. For example, if Imiyashiro shows up in front of you without a care that he's a master. His words are meant to test her. Looking down at the night town. I'll kill him. I have no kindness to give to someone who wouldn't understand such a simple fact. Tosuka Rin answers as if convincing herself.